dive in. All right, we're back. We're in Sherwood Park. It's snowing, it's dangerous, but we never quit. We are at Famous Donairs. We're here to try the much anticipated Sherwood Park Premium Donair. We've received a lot of comments from you Sherwood Park people saying this is the place to come to.
Highly touted.
Exactly.
And we drove what? It took like 45 minutes on these icy roads.
2.5 hours. It was dangerous.
Might take us longer to get home.
Cars were flipping over on the road
so
in front of us.
I'm factoring this in today, the fact that it was such a Herculean effort to get here, but you guys are telling us to be here and we endured the pain to get here.
It's commitment. It's commitment. All right, let's do it. It's time to dive in.
So we're in the Nation truck.
Right.
Sherwood Ford's Nation truck.
Because it's cold outside, there's a blizzard, it's terrifying.
And we're safe in here.
And we're in a roomy quad cab F-150. So it's like we may as well be sitting inside a restaurant. There's so much space in this thing.
There's their private room, probably the same size as this back.
Oh, yeah.
Seat. Hey.
So before we dive into the aesthetic of Famous Donair, what do we feel about the aesthetic of the back of the vehicle?
Oh, the aesthetic of the back of the vehicle is amazing. We're sitting in nice leather seats.
The color scheme is on point.
Oh, very on point. There wasn't an Oilers wall in the restaurant, but we kind of brought a team theme into the truck.
Totally.
I am covered in paper.
So how do we feel about the aesthetic of inside Famous Donair? I know a big key to these things is everyone wants me to talk about the aesthetic and...
Aesthetic is huge, and I can taste aesthetic in the Donair.
Yeah.
So I think it's important that we always talk about it and share it with our audience.
The aesthetic puts you in the headspace before you dive in.
Yeah. But in all honesty, I think walking in there, it was your atypical Donair shop.
Yep. Nothing special.
Nothing special. We're kind of off the beaten path here in Sherwood Park, which, tells me a legit space. These guys are here to make money from Donairs because they don't want to pay any rent, and I respect it. But to talk about the aesthetic, one thing for the design of Famous Donair is we cannot, there's two things we have to bring up about it. A, they've got a shepherd's pie donair on the menu.
Very cool.
Which, when it comes to next Thanksgiving, best believe I'm showing up and I'm getting that for, my lunch leading into my turkey dinner. So I'm very excited about that. Secondly, this is the first Donair shop we've walked into that has a private room in it.
As a party room, as the Donair Ultra Lounge.
It is, exactly. And there's a sign on there. You can book it for private parties and reservations.
Christmas parties.
Up to 8 people, I believe. So if you're looking or hurting for a location or desperate, for a Christmas party location for your business, Famous Donair's got your back.
They also had a TV, a dusty one. Wasn't on, though.
I am very concerned.
You haven't opened this thing and it's already kind of
This is a loose mess. We are sitting back in the Nation truck. This is why we are heavily papered right now. This has got some weird shape. This is like a rectangle Donair. Like, I don't know if you can get that right there. Like, yeah. But it's just a small rectangle.
It's open bodied. This looks like when you come out of the shower in the morning and you're wearing a robe. Yeah. And you're at home alone.
But it looks like this guy's talking like, eat me.
And everything's just open.
We'll see. The veggies look like they're distributed, so that's okay. But I'm gonna dive in.
I think it's gonna be a dangerous eat.
Let's dive in.
I'm afraid to take my first bite.
No drips, we're doing good.
No drip.
Oh, fuck.
How'd that happen?
One rule of eating in the Nation truck, do not spill.
No drip.
Fucking Chris dumps half a fucking produce section on the ground here.
Is that my fault?
Sherwood Ford's watching this, right?
Yeah, I know.
A proud sponsor.
I blame the Donair.
Jesus Christ.
Thankfully for the napkin blanket, I got no spillage on my pants.
This is why you're still an intern.
But there's a permanent stain, multiple stains.
Is there? I can't
and a whole head of lettuce on the floor of the truck right now. I don't mind. I'm finding the sauce have a little acidity to it, which I don't mind because it kind of stands out. So it's not just something that is there for texture. It's actually there a little bit of flavor. But those are my initial thoughts. I've got a little bit of meat temperature concerns.
Yeah.
The one thing we forgot to disclose to everyone, this is a breakfast edition of the Donair review. It is 11:15 a.m. We're all very busy. We had to sneak it in today, so we decided that breakfast was a good time. So we're probably the first customers. The meat probably only had about a chance to do about 2 spins on the spit before we got in there and had to cut it off. So I guess this is to be expected.
Tastes great though, and I'm a fan of the sauce. I like
this. This is getting better as I go along.
Yeah,
I've nailed it. This is why I like the sauce. It reminds me of my place, which I will take the crew to. Mom's Donair, formerly Mr. Donair, still run by my favorite mama girl. And this is her sauce.
Mama girl. Yeah, this is really good.
I'm really liking the meat right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling this now. The meat's kind of got that like salty taste to it.
You're keeping yours pretty tight.
Oh, I've turned the rectangle into now a round Donair.
I can't do it yet because I have too much lettuce.
Well, I am pumped because I am an Edmonton Donair guy, pro veggies. They have put the veggies throughout and not just piled them in one concentrated area. So it's been a good meat to veggie ratio through every bite.
I fully dove in to the Halifax Donair style, no veggies. I'm just eating this thing just like it's a blanket of meat, and this is great. I'm feeling this right now.
I'm gonna talk about the lettuce here.
Good in it.
Usually Donair shops, their main focus is sauce and meat. I find a lot of times the lettuce is soggy, old, brown. This is nice, cold, crisp lettuce.
It does. And you like it so much, you would just dump it on the floor. We're really living some Canadiana here, boys. We're crushing Donairs, sitting in the back of a jacked up, beautiful truck. And it's snowing outside. It's a good day.
I just pounded that thing. No mess, even sort of.
Except for Chris.
I'm not a rookie like
Chris has a large
You didn't
collection.
get any veggies, you nut.
It's getting salty at the bottom.
Yeah. I got like a nice pool of sauce, and I just was like, I don't want to spill this, so I'm just gonna dive fully.
I know, this is the part where I get afraid to unwrap it.
I mean, you spilled without the hop, so like, what do you got to lose? We may as well just dive in. All right, so I'll start off our reviews since I finished first. As per usual, I inhaled that thing because I hadn't eaten yet today. I was real hungry. My first couple of bites, I was skeptical. I thought, this is wrapped in a weird way. It seems open and loose. I don't know about this. The meat seemed kind of cold, but then as I dove in a little bit more, I realized like, wow, this has a really good, like salty meat flavor, and the sauce complements it nicely. But yeah, I have no complaints about this. Just like thoroughly solid. I'm gonna toss this my 85.
I was actually blown away by this Donair. I thought we had some initial spillage right off the hop. Thought it was like minor.
You thought we did, or we did?
No, I did. I thought it was gonna end up being a very dangerous Donair.
And that was going to affect your score, the fact you spilled Donair?
I spilled all over myself.
If it continued, watch the replay. That was not my fault. That
Listen
spillage,
to Chris the intern review pants.
Please,
That's the rep.
please put the replay in clip. Please, please, please.
But for me, the meat, cheese, sauce were all good, as you expect in a good Donair. But the veggies is what is gonna bump my score up. The veggies are fresh. The lettuce is crisp. The onions had like a good onion taste to it. They weren't bland. I'm gonna go give it a 91.
Wow. So you got your real authentic Edmonton Donair in Sherwood Park. Which is interesting.
Yeah, you
Sherwood
just
Park
got to
home of
leave the
Donairs.
city limits to have a good, authentic Edmonton Donair.
Totally.
This, my issues with it are that it is a loose bag. I had to kind of tighten it up a little bit. I am more of a tightly wrapped guy than I am kind of like a loose. It was almost like they treated the pita as if it was like a salad bowl and just kind of left it kind of loose. The meat itself was good. It was plentiful. I just got a cheese Donair, and there was still a ton of meat in it. The veggies, as Chris pointed out to these guys, they respect their veggies.
They nailed it, yeah.
So that's good, and they also know how to distribute. There,
Distribute.
geez, come on, Jay. This is easy word. Distribute the veggies evenly throughout the Donair, which is key because every bite was good. Like, I'm gonna give this an 89.
Wow.
And this had the ability to go big, and but still, I'm very happy.
So thank you to everybody who watched the video. Please watch and share and send us the places you want us to go, and we will get there. Rain or shine or snow, blizzard, no matter what, we will get there. Just keep making those suggestions.
Now we have a mess to clean up.